Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your Heruscope for this Aries season, which is from March 21st to April 19th of this year, 2018. So, this is an intuitive reading for what is to come for you, Libra, for this season. But before I get to that, I am going to give you a message from the ancestors. And they are telling all of us that how we go about this Aries season into Taurus season will dictate the next 7 years of our lives. We must stop pursuing people, ideas, goals, material things that are not meant for us. Don't question the universe. Let it do what it do. Keep desiring what is not meant for you, and you will end up getting it, but not in the way that you had hoped. Remember, Aries season is a time to check our ambitions, to look at what we aspire to be and our aspirations as a whole. What is your life purpose? What life path are you following? Is it yours or is it someone else's? What is your driving force behind your passions? Well, with that being said, good luck. This Aries season is going to put everyone to the test. And I know you're up for it, Libra. You have what it takes. Now, let's get into what you can expect for this Aries season. Well, this season starts out very playful, um, like a desire to get things done. Very vibrant, very energetic, just enthusiastic about the change that's coming, about just certain things, about life in general. Just very vibrant. That's the feeling that Libras are entering into um, Aries season with. I do feel a lot of sexual and passionate sex coming your way, especially if you're dealing with a fire sign, that's Sag, Leo, or Aries. A lot of sexual energy, even if it's not necessarily actually having sex. It's just the energy itself is very explosive and very, very passionate. Um, there may be a change in energy in the people around you, specifically a parent figure, authority figure, um, just someone, even just like a male, a dominant male in your life. There may be a switch up in their energy. There could be a boss or anything like that. Um, I'm hearing a lot of like Saturn, Saturn, Saturn. So, but Saturn being in Capricorn until like what 2020 or 2022, somewhere in the 2020s. I'm always forgetting dates and stuff. My whole thing is go with the energy. The dates really don't. Um, you really can't go by the dates. You really have to go with the flow of the energy. Whatever the energy, you feel it, and you take it in, and you begin to learn how to work with that energy wherever it's at, where you don't even need a calendar. But the calendar is just a great way to be able to keep track of, business and communication and mundane things, and as well as like keeping track of like well, like scientific things. If you're researching something and you need to keep track of time, so you know how long it takes for something or whatever the case may be. Yeah, there are purposes for a calendar and a timeline and all this stuff, a schedule. But if you can learn the flow of the energy, if you can learn how to read the energy, then you can actually use your power more efficiently. Anyways, that was a side note. Um, there will be a change up in energy of people, of how they act, and I am feeling it like it's something to do with the parents or in a work situation. It may even be with friends. You may see them becoming very caring, more concerned with your overall well-being. You may be attracting a lot of good-spirited people. I feel a lot of networking and like a lot of social events, social gatherings, gathering of friends, gathering of people who are very different, have very different characteristics, very different, um, just modes of being. Kind of like Winnie the Pooh. Like, everyone had their tie or their link that linked them all together, but they all had their own separate, ways living lives, all that stuff. Um, that's just to help give you a picture of what I'm talking about. But I see a lot of that happening during this season. Um, you may be getting people coming to you for comfort. Libras are good for that, for providing comfort for people. Um, I see a lot of like cuddling, like snuggle buddies, um, you know, like a fluffy rabbit, like snuggle. Um, so that might be that sexual energy that I was feeling before. Who knows? Um, that may only be for a few of you as well. It's kind of like a having experiences so that you can learn through your body, you know, because your body speaks to you, it does. And all of us have to learn how to um, become more aware of how our body communicates to us specifically and lets us learn certain things through our body, as opposed to just always using our intellect and using our thinking things through. So sometimes we overthink, sometimes we overanalyze, and sometimes we have to be still for a second and let our body speak to us. So it gives us a balance of what's physical and what we are kind of thinking up, you know. And it's okay to ask for help, um, Libra. It's okay to ask for help and trust. When you ask for it, you will receive it. You're going to receive that help. People are very willing to come and help you. You just have to let them know because we can't read your mind. No, all of us. Um, yeah, just a lot of social events, a lot of social activities. Um, I guess it's springtime, so people are finally coming out, getting out more. Um, so that's kind of, but for you, it's just a lot, a lot, a lot. Um, you might end up feeling like drained. You might feel drained or depleted of the energy you feel like you need to get important work done. But you have the energy, it's stored up. You do have that extra reserve ready and ready, just ready for you whenever you need it. Just don't use it up for frivolous things. You know, you might miss some quiet times to receive key messages from spirit. You know, um, it happens. Don't be too upset. You might even miss some important emails or just important communication, that needs to happen. It makes sense because Mercury's in retrograde as well as a few other planets. But just be aware that that might happen. Um, there are ways to get around it, but then again, sometimes it's meant to happen. It's just meant to happen, and we have to just allow it to happen. Um, but just be aware that that might happen, and that it might take place. Yeah, just try to stay as aware as possible. Try to stay on top of your business. Make sure you're getting things handled. Your plate is going to be very full. You're going to have a lot of things going on, And so, just be aware that you don't want to overload because it's all these opportunities are available to you. Kind of like prioritize and get things in a, yeah, just prioritize, try to make sure you get the top priority things handled before you enjoy all the other opportunities available to you that might be just more fun based. And that's cool. Get those in there too. You want to have a balance, which should be easy for you, Libra. I mean, you're a Libra. You guys love balancing things. Um, I do feel like there's going to be a lot of invitations. That might be the communication that I keep seeing going back and forth and things getting lost. Invitations. Hmm. Hmm. Whatever it is, um, try to ground yourself. Try to ground yourself. Bring yourself to balance when those really hectic days come. Those really just out of whack overload schedule overload days take place. Um, Prepare yourself for it by doing grounding techniques. So an example would be like eating root vegetables or a lot things that are root based. That is a great grounding technique. Having obsidian or any type of black stone around you is a great grounding technique. I mean, there's so many other ground. I mean, just do a little research. You can find a few, and don't be afraid to ask your guides for help and assistance with it. They're there to help you with that as well. They love helping you. Us, everyone. Yeah. So, all in all, Libra, there is going to be a lot of important networking taking place during this Aries season. A lot of online social media activity. I see marketing, promotion, publicity for those of you guys who are in fields that require that activity. More promoting of self and being more confident and in putting yourself forward and enjoying your face. Um, especially like in schoolwork, there may be important projects in which you need to step forward and kind of like be the spokesperson type of situation. Um, mm, I see a lot of you guys are starting up school again or pursuing like online degrees or doing work like online coursework for um, for college or just higher education, certifications types of things. So just a lot of work, a lot of work. Um, you know, um, yeah, a lot of work. Maybe going to school for computer programming, just to update your skills. Just a lot of planning and strategizing and preparing for celebrations, preparing for parties. I see like a birthday cake, like a baby shower or a wedding or graduation, whatever it is a lot of that type of social activity going on for the season for you Libras out there. Um, yeah, it's just a lot of completion is taking place. You're seeing the final manifestations of the things that you were looking to and working hard towards. And just this season starts very heavy, very busy, very active, um, just very driven and focused. But it ends lighthearted. It ends with fun and just like a pat on the back, well, job well done, a lot of celebration, and just being rejuvenated with just all this social gathering and social contact that you've been craving for, um, you know, just craving for probably in the past, in the recent past. So, good job. Well done. Congratulations. Keep up the good work, Libras out there. And until the next time, keep trailblazing on. All right, y'all. Peace.